I believe they die a second time if we forget.
We used to come together, we used to talk, sometimes we used to argue. It used to be like a family.
My wife and Jack Stubber's wife were sisters.
Oh.
So Jack Stubber took me into the society. Yes, and they liked it.
I think each generation will have their own perspective on where they feel they'd like to take it. And I think a lot of it is, if you really want your story told, and if you want to be connected to your history, it's wonderful to be involved with like-minded people.
It was really events in Europe that propelled East European Jews out of Russia and Poland and Galicia to places where they thought they would be safer. Obviously within the Russian Empire, where Poland was included in this, of course. The assassination of Tsar Alexander in 1881, the introduction of the May laws, all of those very restrictive pieces of legislation that restricted where Jews could live, the occupations in which they could make a living. On top of that, you had conscription into the Russian army. You had pogroms that were sometimes government instigated, and things were not good for Jews at the best of times. So those people that could get out did so. And so how do you survive in a hostile environment? It was basically a hostile environment. They didn't speak the language. They came with very few skills that they could use here. And you talk about Jews in the schmatte business. There were difficulties in the schmatte business. In the early years of the century, the garment industry was in the hands of non-Jews. Many of the Jews who came were not tailors. They were not operators or cutters or anything like that. They went to the factories because they were handy and they were close to where they were living. Those people who were merchants probably didn't have the capital to set themselves up as storekeepers or wholesalers or what have you initially. And so they either went to the work in the factory or they became peddlers. They sought security by living close together. And those who felt that a synagogue was important to them would make an effort to establish a congregation where the minhagim, the customs that they were used to in their hometown, would be followed. Originally, you had synagogues that were divided by East European countries. You had a Polnische Schule, you had a Litwische Schule, you had a Rumänische Schule. And then as people from different regions became more numerous, they broke away and established their own little congregations. And these congregations, which I like to call Landsmannschaft congregations, provided a variety of services. Besides that religious support, they provided a cemetery, they provided visiting the sick, people helping out just generally. If a woman was pregnant or someone was ill, they would come in and cook, the ladies and so on. I think it's really underestimated how much of an important role the women played in these synagogues, and the men did the public things, but the women did a lot of things behind the scenes. First of all, not every Jew who came here from the shtetl was comfortable in the synagogue. There were many Freie, people who didn't want any religious restrictions, but who felt comfortable with their Landsleute, and so they would form mutual benefit societies. Now, originally, you had societies of East European Jews, like the Toronto Hebrew Benevolent Society or Pride of Israel, that cut across all of these regional divisions. But most of the societies that were founded were Landsmannschaften. They were people from the society itself, from the region in Europe where the members originally came from.
So where are we now?
Right here we are, Baldwin in Ewan Street.
Baldwin
And
in
this was the building. When in my time when I came, the Drildzer Society was in this corner.
When did you come?
I came 1929.
And the building was already being used,
Being used,
maybe for 5 or 6 years.
possible. I know. I came to this building.
What was the arrangement in this building? Where was the...
We had this building wasn't that it must have been add-on. It was half the size. You see, it was one kitchen in the back.
Yes.
In the front was the shoe.
Yes.
You see.
And upstairs? What
And
was
upstairs also for the ladies.
The ladies were sitting upstairs.
Upstairs. We made an opening.
Yes.
All the ladies was around that opening. They heard the Chassendabene in downstairs, then up to upstairs, the calls. And all the ladies was upstairs.
Did they have a place here also for meeting?
Upstairs was empty, except in the back was a bedroom and a kitchen. Somebody looked after the building. He lived there till the yeshiva went away from Markham and Ulster. We moved there to Markham and Ulster with the whole thing.
I see.
Went to Markham and Ulster. From Markham and Ulster, we went to Wilson Street. We keep on moving every 20 to 30 years.
So here we are. We're on the corner of Markham
and Ulster.
Markham and Ulster. And this is the location, the second location of the
Drildzer Young Men's Society.
And the shul.
That's right, the congregation. Congregation on Drildzer.
Okay. And the congregation was where? On which floor?
The first floor.
The first floor here was the congregation.
That's right. And upstairs was also empty, and on the attic somebody was living there. He looks after the building.
So on the second floor was the meeting area. And on the third floor,
Was
there was an
rented
apartment.
Somebody looks after the building.
He was the
And we are-
caretaker of the building
That's right.
at the time. And they decided to move here from...
You weren't in Ulster.
Why did they move here? What was...
Because this was the yeshiva went away. The yeshiva wanted to have somebody should also have a charitable like a society or a shul to take over. So the Drildzer Society took us over from the yeshiva.
I see. And there was a shul here already when the yeshiva was here?
Oh yeah.
So they had an Aron Kodesh here?
When the yeshiva organized themselves in here,
Yes.
they had all the facilities what Ashim need. When they moved, we took it over.
I see. Did they leave behind things?
Something
Tables, chairs, that kind of thing?
to carry on as a shul.
I see.
They didn't. We had our servitors from way back. 2 servitors. They always went with us where we will go. The society, the 2 servitors went with us, and we brought them here.
And then you stayed here until the members moved up north
We followed them
and decided to
Wilson.
buy the place
By
on
the place
Wilson.
on Wilson.
Very simple, right? It doesn't matter, you know, they'll sing the same.
Okay? Wait, we don't make a l'chaim with you.
Happy Father's Day.
I'm going to call the meeting to order, and I'd like to start by welcoming everybody here. It's been really great having you, and it's been a wonderful morning so far.
I came in this week, I looked around, I said, am I in the right place? I couldn't believe it. Everything was changed. Extra 3 lights. I give a kick. We had a big window, all of a sudden it's so small.
On behalf of the nominating committee, Carol Silverman, Saul Ziegler, and myself, I would like to present the slate of the incoming officers and board members for the years 2002. Would you please stand as I call your name? Saul Ziegler, immediate past president. May Ways, president. Bernie Bongard, vice president. Sid Greenberg, secretary. Willie Silverman, treasurer. Jack Stopper, shul. Jamie Golumbek, synagogue service coordinator. Jack Silverman, liaison between the originating members and the current members. Mr. Silverman? Max Hain will continue as building manager. Irv Leffler, building development and maintenance. Jerry Morris, constitution and legal affairs. Rochelle Safran, social and membership. Harvey Golumbek, cemetery. Debbie Cowitz, program planning. On behalf of the Drildzer Congregation and Society, we congratulate you on your positions.
Upstairs, we have, when we had a change of tenancy, we were able to redecorate the apartment, including sanding the floors. And now we have a fairly stable tenant there who doesn't have 5 kids running up and down all day long and night long. We don't hear them, which is the way tenants should be.
This project seems to mean a lot to you. Maybe you could tell us a little of the meaning and why this is important, how it's excited you, and what this means, you think, for the present and the future.
I believe they die a second time if we forget.
Two banquets ago, you were introduced as Mr. Drildzer. That was the first time that I remember that being called Mr. Drildzer. I don't know, were you called Mr. Drildzer before that?
No.
No, that was the first time.
First time.
So the people recognized you as the senior member and the organizing member of the Drildzer Society at this time in its history.
Because I was the real original first one, because when I came in 1930, so they called me in Chamelia Blinan. You remember him?
I do. Chamelia.
He says, Chamelia, to Jack, how would you like we should organize a young generation, because we're getting older every day. Everybody didn't have so much on his money, but business. Everybody was poor, but we hardly make a living those years, you know. I'm going back in the 30s and 34 and 35, you know. Everybody was poor workers. So now they became rich. It's a different story.
And you were working?
Yes, I was working.
What kind of work?
Tailoring.
Tailoring.
I was a machine operator. And
did you work in a factory?
Yes.
What's the name? Do you remember the name?
Feldman Brothers. Feldman Brothers and Weiss.
And?
Weiss. Feldman Brothers and Weiss.
On what street were they?
On Adelaide Street.
On Adelaide.
Yes.
I see. And how many years did you work for them?
48 years.
48 years. My goodness. The society had a doctor?
Yes, we had a doctor which came to the house if someone was sick, and we gave him 50 cents a tip, and that's all. Yeah.
First I want you should tell me your name.
My name is Shmuel Baumgart.
Shmuel.
In Yiddish, Shmuel Baumgart.
Shmuel Baumgart, okay. Yeah. At the davening, at the Drildzer, they have a pushka.
Yeah.
You know the pushka? And they come around and ask for money.
That's right.
During Shemoneh Esrei, when they're davening the Shemoneh Esrei, they come around with the pushka.
Everybody puts in $1, half a dollar, whatever they can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what they do with the money? What did they do with this money? How did they use it?
This was a guy who took care is Max Hain.
Yeah.
Max Hain.
Right.
He took care of the pigskin. He bought something else, and he told us that he bought this with this money. Okay, man.
Do you know what kind of thing he bought? What would he buy with the pushka money?
He bought for something what the society needs.
Something they needed.
Yeah.
I see.
The second meeting they had, we joined.
Right.
So at Annie Greenglass, you remember the Greenglasses, Moshe Greenglass. Annie Greenglass was the chair lady for 2 years, and after the 2 years, I was chair lady for 2 years. And then everybody got a chance to be a chair lady if they wanted.
Okay.
Well, and then after that, the last chair lady that got a little older, I was 18 years the chair lady.
18 years as chair lady.
When we dispersed.
And you were
I was secretary, financial and otherwise.
Financial secretary, treasurer.
Everything.
Everything. For how many years?
23 years.
23 years.
We had meetings every 2 weeks.
And what would you discuss?
And we used to have the meetings at the different places. Everybody they took a turn in the houses.
Yes.
And with refreshments, if you don't mind.
Yes, I understand.
That's what we did. And we
what
made
did you discuss at the meeting? What?
Oh, what we were going to do to make money. Even had a bingo in the Maple Leaf Gardens. And they were selling tickets outside, some of the women, on a cold night.
Yes, they worked very hard.
We made rummage sales, we made teas, and we gave charity. We gave to the bakers, we gave to the soldiers.
The Drildzer men played us a little bit of a trick. They rented out the place for the afternoon to some union. Dressmakers Union or something.
Where?
Where we are now.
Yeah, Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the women didn't want to go out for the meetings at night. They were getting older. They didn't have many cars those days,
right.
and they didn't want to go out. So we went as a committee a couple of times to ask them to let us have the afternoon meetings. So they didn't want to give up. They were getting, I don't know how much they were getting from the union.
And from Auschwitz they took me to...
Dachau?
No. They grabbed me to unload stuff for the prisoner's kitchen.
I see. I see.
I worked in the evening at the ammunition factory.
Uh-huh.
And they grabbed me to unload to the prisoner's kitchen.
I see.
And I didn't feel like loading the stuff, so
Yes.
I put everything neatly on the shelf.
Uh-huh.
And the German guy called up the ammunition factory and said to them that the kid is not coming out of the ammunition factory anymore.
I see.
I need him in the kitchen. They asked why. I need him in the kitchen.
I see.
I started in the kitchen.
I see.
And in the kitchen there,
Yes.
when the SS came in,
Yes.
they established the SS kitchen.
Yes.
They tried to take me out from the prisoner's kitchen to the SS kitchen,
I see.
which nobody wanted to go to the SS kitchen.
I see.
But I had no choice,
Uh-huh.
so I went.
I see.
And I was trained by SS chefs
I see.
to be the chef, and I was dressed in a uniform, a chef's uniform.
A chef's uniform.
He used to organize the breakfast. I used to buy everything.
I see.
Everything to organize the breakfast. It was a pleasure. We used to come back together. It's not the breakfast, but it's a big thing to have a bagel to eat home.
Right.
No, we used to come together. We used to talk. Sometimes we used to argue. It used to be like a family. Like a family. We used to daven. Max didn't daven. He was a nice guy. No, we used to daven like with your father.
Right.
Everybody has to sit. We used to talk. It was a pleasure to come over the Sunday.
So it was a good
enjoy.
feeling
Good,
that everybody
yeah.
had to
A
be
family,
together.
A family.
Felt like a family.
Yeah, it used to be 30, 35 people, and now less and less and less. We used to have here people, oh, the herring is not good.
Yes.
The bagel is not good.
Yeah.
2 hard bagels, I can buy it. I used to tell them, you go to the dentist, let him fix your teeth.
Banquets. They used to have a banquet.
The banquet, oh, it was nice.
It was nice.
Everything was nice, but
Did you like to go? Were you? Did you like that kind of a social?
Yeah.
To go to the banquet.
yeah,
Were you a person you like to dance?
yeah, sure.
You were a dancer.
Not a special
Not a ballroom.
qualifizierte dancer.
A what?
But dancer, the Salonova dance was in that time.
What dance?
Not a hartige dance.
What kind of dancing was it?
Salonova, you know, tangos.
Tangos.
foxtrots.
Foxtrots, yes. In 1939, you were in the concentration
Yes.
camp. Which camp? Which?
Buchenwald.
In Buchenwald. And how did they make the arrangement for you to go to England? How the?
After you interned,
Yes.
they put you in Buchenwald.
Yes.
You had to leave within 30 days. So the government, the German government, released you. And I had a cousin in England.
I
She
see.
made an application.
I see.
So I came to England.
And where in England were you interned? In what place in England?
I was interned the Isle of Man. My wife and Jack Stubber's wife were sisters.
Oh,
So Jack Stubber took me into the society.
I see.
Yes, and they liked it.
And how did you decide what to serve at the breakfast? What was the?
I asked some people, we had fish, we had lux, bagel and cheese, tomatoes, whatever I thought they need.
What about during the meetings? Did they sometimes have points that they were arguing, that something would come up? And then
They were quite a few points came up there. This one wants this, the other one wants this is no good, and that's no good. And that time, Joe Rodman was president.
Yes.
And he wanted to do this, he wanted to do that.
Right.
And they voted, half of them didn't go for it.
I see. And they would have arguments?
Arguments about whatever he brought up.
I see. And again, it would be the same thing? They could have arguments on next week?
Next week.
Everybody would forget about it, and they'd be friends again.
And on top of it, you know your father, Ezekiel Lombard?
Yes, I know him.
He brought lots of things up, and he really gave him, this was no good, and this was no good, and he stood up for everything.
I see.
And so they started to argue for nothing.
My father had a horse and a wagon.
Yeah.
When we bought the cemetery, we wanted everybody should pitch in.
Yeah.
So he, on Sunday morning, early in the morning, took Coca-Cola, with all kinds of goodies.
Yeah.
And we went with the horse and the wagon to the cemetery.
How long would it take to go? Like, must have taken?
Who knows?
Must have taken a long time.
A few hours, sure.
A few hours.
He started at 7 o'clock in the morning.
To go to the cemetery.
The picnic was 12 o'clock. You understand? The picnic was originally 12 o'clock, but we started at 7 o'clock in the morning. The horse and wagon.
To go to the picnic?
To go to the picnic.
Where were the picnics? Where did they?
On the Bath Road.
They held the picnics there too?
Sure.
Near the cemetery?
Yeah. On the cemetery was no, it wasn't taken yet. It was empty.
When we bought the cemetery, it was empty. This was the first line we start making people then passed away. See, we almost alle zijn till 120 years, they were the first one that was empty. And that little by little, it got fuller and fuller. And then Harry Greenglass came over and he says, it's the place right across to sell. I says, what do we need to buy it? We didn't use up at this. So you got to figure out for the future. For the future, because alles eingezint, you have to look for the later on. So when it was empty there, we bought it.
With the next president, Mae Wace. How did you? How did you get to her?
So I told them, look, I know how it works, how organization works, small organization. You need to have a handful of people, and this is all.
Right.
This is the society. We need to change the constitution. I have known. I got the whole list. But I was starting to study.
But how did you choose? How did you get to Mae Wace? This is what
I took the phone. I phoned you too.
Right.
I thought, Mr. Golombek. I thought,
right.
Are you ready to help me to build the society?
Right.
I need to make a meeting from you.
Right.
Do me a favor.
Right.
So I got the response was from you and from me.
There was no home we were at that this didn't hang somewhere.
Right,
And this is a calendar that the, if you'll notice what it's called, they're the Drildzer Young Men's Mutual Benefit Society and Congregation.
Right.
And this is my dad's picture, and he's
Joe Rudman.
the president of the society.
This is Moshe Nyman, who is the vice president, and Lehman.
Right.
Was the financial secretary.
Exactly. And I think each generation will have their own perspective on where they feel they'd like to take it. And I think a lot of it is, if you really want your story told, and if you want to be connected to your history, it's wonderful to be involved with like-minded people. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm giving back a little bit of my strengths, my skills, and my father was very supportive of me, and now I feel I'm supporting him and his organization to survive.
I guess he would be very proud of you.
I'm hoping he is, yeah.
Okay.
name is Rochelle Suffren. I'm Yankel Stoppe's Tochter, and I have the honor of being chair of the Drildzer Congregation and Society's 70th Jubilee Banquet. Yay.
70 years ago, Jack Stopper, Jack Blyman, Morris Schmortz, Schmiel, Shama, and Nathan Bongard, Haskell Posner, Max Diamond, Shama Bongard, Jaime Kirschenbaum, and Willie Kirschenblatt, and my father, Joe Rutman, were approached by their landsmen to organize what would be a second-generation society. The fruits of their labor can be seen here this evening. Not only has a third generation become actively involved, we are now happy to say a fourth generation has joined us in continuing the legacy which began over 70 years ago with the 8 original founding members.
I'm very proud of the organization who organized this affair, and I hope they should last another 75 years.
I want to wish everybody a wonderful 70th. We should meet again on the 75th. And what else? I am a true Drildzer. I was born, my sister and I were born in Drilge, so it's a special occasion for us. So I'm really happy to be here.
I wish you another 30 years. I was chair lady for 18 years and I did enough talking. You'll have to excuse me. I wish you the best.
Mijn tante is geweest naar Drildzer van 1934. Hier ben de zin Jack en dort steht mijn broeder Sam. Ik wil iedereen wensen een goed gezond jaar en ik ben zeer zufrieden van de organisatie. Als is gestanden al zo lang. Lang leven zal alle. Thank you.
On behalf of our grandparents, it's wonderful to be here tonight.
And it's very good to represent the kids, the future of the Jewish society.
It gives me extreme great pleasure to introduce the members of the board of the Drildzer Congregation and Society. I just want to take this opportunity that I don't get too often to really thank these people. They do make a wonderful team. They know what they have to do, they do it, and we have a great time doing it. I can't thank you enough for being so supportive and making this job so easy for me.
Remember coming to picnics? Did you come to picnics as a child?
I don't specifically remember the picnics as a child, but I certainly remember going to occasions at your members' building there for various different things.
Getting on in years, and there weren't many opportunities for me to see him in this kind of setting. So I like to see him and see the old men that I remember from my very early childhood.
And did you remember any activities?
Yeah,
games?
we did games, we did races, the three-legged race.
You know where on the map, or have you ever looked at that?
No, actually I haven't.
No? Would you like to go there someday and
It
see
would be cool, yeah. It's like where all my family came from and all that.
Do you know how long the tradition is? Can you imagine how many picnics the Drildzer have had?
Sure, because my grandfather was the president for a few years.
And this is your wife?
Etty.
Etty Ziegler.
Yes.
Okay. And you're a member of the Drildzer how long, would you say?
It would be about 20 more.
No, your mother died in
It's about almost 40 years.
40 years?
no.
40. Yes, we are here 41, 42.
He arrived here in 1928, I believe, from Drildzer, and became part of the young men's group at that time. So happy to have my dad, still with me. And
it is heartwarming to see everybody together, and I'm hoping that we're going to go to Drildzer very soon with Bernie.
Oh, good.
You want me to host it?
And your name is?
Gloria Miller Morris.
And how are you associated with the Drildzer?
Well, it was my grandfather, Moshe Sruel, that was born in Drildzer. He married my grandmother. I married my husband, who is, I'm first generation Canadian. My husband's grandmother was Canadian born.
Married into this organization. Basically, when I married my wife about 45 years ago, she had to sing her song, and I think it was Enjoy Yourself.
Hi, I'm Warren Morris, and I'm, unlike my father, I'm real Drildzer blood here. I've got half Drildzer blood. He just married into it.
The pictures of young men in their 20s and 30s, actually in their 70s and later.
I remember Joe Ruttman having his picture as president right in the center of the calendar.
I remember that picture of him probably in his 20s, 25s, and I remember that when he was in his 60s seeing those calendars. Right. The exact same picture he recycled year after year.
I think it's a great tradition.
Okay, thanks. Who do we have over here? What's your name?
Sam Hoffer, Daddy Joe, as Bradley said, DJ as for short, and the president of the organization decided that it was time to introduce the young men, the new members. My professional background was economics, and being an economist, he did his best with, as Ronnie says, his English to introduce me and to tell people what I was. So he said, and now I want to introduce my son-in-law, Sam Hoffer, the communist.
Unlike Eric, I always left before the meeting because I didn't understand a word that was going on at the meeting since it was all in Yiddish. Right. But Eric my brother Eric often stayed for the meeting, I guess just to...
But you took Yiddish classes at McGill, I remember.
Yeah, but that was years later.
I see.
The only thing I ever learned was Ich habe a Schwester in Chicago.
I remember.
Which I don't have, but anyway, that's what I learned.
So you had these conversations with Zeta about your Schwester in Chicago?
Right.
Right.
He didn't feel that my Yiddish was up to par, even though I did try a year's worth of Yiddish.